me is that the most important things in life are the relationships of trust we build with other human beings. And I think that's true in business, it's true in family, it's true in service, it's true in life. Through relationships, we are changed and we are able to influence. Through relationships, we solve problems. Through relationships of trust, if we're working together, and I'm underscore together, we can overcome anything.
People need to be involved in their own decision-making about their own futures. You know, there's a phrase we use here in human services, nothing about us without us. So if we're working with young people, then young people need to be involved. If we're solving issues related to aging, we have to consult with the aging. We cannot assume that we know what is best for people. We really have to be humble, be really good listeners, and work to bring up the voice of people with the lived experience.
I did learn as a younger woman that building a network of people that were either young women like myself breaking into their careers or who were in international development was very important for me. That support allowed me to be braver, to take more risks, and to feel more confident in my ability to advance my career.
You can make a change right where you are. And that is kind of why Peace Corps spoke to me, right? It was like, how do you start helping right now? So as a young, person right out of law school, I didn't want to wait, 12 years before I can make a difference. I wanted to do something right then that would change lives, some life, one life, anybody's life.
And so my leadership is really about bringing out the best in me and the best in others. And it's always toward a common goal that helps make the world a better place.
So I would have to say it was Peace Corps and Peace Corps leadership that really made me pursue the career I ended up pursuing.
One of the things that people need to recognize is that trafficking can happen anywhere. The other thing about human trafficking is I think frequently people think of human traffickers in the situation in the way that media portrays it, that it's some evil boogeyman who's obviously and very easily identified. But in reality, traffickers blend much more into society. It's much harder to identify. They don't walk around with a big sign saying, I'm an abuser or I exploit people.
If you want to make a difference in the world through your career, know what your strengths are, know what your passion is, and then find where you can bloom. And that's where you want to focus your energy.
We are the messenger of what Peace Corps is and can be. We pay it forward by joining. We gain so much from the experience. Then we pay it back by inspiring the next generations of volunteers.
Peace Corps is an incredible way to help us all be in a position that I think human beings can be. I don't care whether you're a liberal or conservative or tall or short or fat or thin. I mean, just having an appreciation of how we can benefit from differences rather than being fearful of differences. And to me, Peace Corps is one of the ways it allows that to occur, and it's fabulous.
I have great hope in the future because I think women are strong and now have learned a lot of lessons on how to operate, and we see them in more and more in top positions, and things will keep changing. I am absolutely convinced. Look at the changes in the last 20 or 30 years.
We all want to be honored. We all want to be respected. And so when you're a leader talking to somebody else, you know in your head that you want to be respected, you're the leader. Let go of it. How can you, as a leader, respect them? Because that's how they'll respect you. You don't prance around and say, hey, I'm the leader. You respect them. And that's where finding their interests, finding who they are, that's, to me, leadership.
Peace Corps has 6 sectors today: education, community economic development, agriculture, health, youth, and environment. What you might not know is that Rotary has 7 areas of focus that overlap these quite well: promoting peace, fighting disease, providing clean water, sanitation, and hygiene, saving mothers and children, supporting education, and growing local economies.
Think about the good trouble John Lewis championed. It often results from challenging the status quo or supporting an unpopular cause, and that's okay. If it hadn't been for the good trouble of those leaders who came before us, there would have been no civil rights movement, there would have been no women's movement, there would have been no protests against unpopular wars.
If you want to try to make the world a better place, and I believe that every person can make the world a better place, you have to be an idealist without illusions. It also helps to have love, empathy, and a sense of humor. I grew up listening to stories of public service and this ethos at the dinner table, but also in a family who liked to have fun.
The most important leadership traits that I value, there are 3. First and foremost is humility, and I learned humility in the Peace Corps. The Peace Corps taught me not to think my way was the best and that you had to appreciate difference. So being a lifelong learner, anybody who thinks they've learned everything about leadership is not being true to themselves or others. And resiliency. Those are the 3 things that I value in others.
As a leader, I try my best to understand and hear different perspectives and to have a lot of empathy for people's lived experiences. I think that when you can put yourself in somebody else's shoes through their stories, through what they're sharing, then you can sort of take a step back and say, okay, let me look at it from someone else's perspective or someone else's point of view.
The experiences we had as Peace Corps volunteers help us immerse ourselves in a different environment because diplomats move around every 2 to 4 years. We don't necessarily have experience in a particular place, but we have learned the skills from our Peace Corps time of adaptation, of flexibility, and kind of what to look for, what questions to ask, even if we don't know the answers.
Probably like many volunteers, feel like I learned more than I gave, but it certainly gave me appreciation for friendship and acceptance across vast differences. I think it forces you to listen. It forces a lot of humility, that's for sure. You know, we were humans walking side by side on this planet for a brief period of time. And I think it taught me that there is no one way to live. People live very, very differently on this planet.